Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this evening's news summary. Former proportional member of LDS in the National Assembly, Florie Larue, has collected documents from the Electoral Commission this afternoon expressing her intention to participate in the next National Assembly election as an independent candidate to represent the district of Okap. Ms. Larue says that she believes that she will be able to deliver and represent the residents of Okap as an independent candidate. As she is a resident of Okap, she says she is ready to serve the district using her experience as an MNA. The Mayor's Office, in collaboration with several partners in the public and private sectors, has launched a campaign in the urban area of Victoria to eradicate and control the population of rats. The campaign will last for 3 to 6 weeks, where officers from the Public Health Authority, Pest Control Association, PESTEA, the Landscape and Waste Management Agency, LWMA, and the Department of Agriculture will put rat poison in both public and private properties.
Since 2023, when we launched Victoria Cleanup, but then we've decided to go ahead with an aggressive campaign, rodents control campaign. And that came about following the survey that the Public Health Authority carried out in Victoria, and they identified a lot of hotspots where there are various areas that they call it the rat burrows, I think. Yeah, so it is an alarming situation in Victoria. So the decision to embark on an aggressive campaign to deal with the situation.
The Ministry of Health has recorded an increase in the number of dengue cases on Prale, whereby people who have been infected had to be admitted to hospital. Dengue is a disease that spreads after the person has been bitten by a type of mosquito, Aedes. Among the symptoms that a person gets when he has dengue fever is high fever, joint pain, rash, vomiting, a heavy stomach, and fatigue. In a press conference, Dr. Meggy Louange gave more details on how many cases there are on Pralin and asked people to be more cautious.
So our national surveillance system has reported to the Ministry of Health that there is a significant increase in number of cases of dengue being reported on Pralin. Since the beginning of the year, there are 36 cases reported on Pralin, of which 6 people in the last month were admitted to the Victoria Hospital. And so because of this, we are raising awareness for the public and communities so that they know how to prevent themselves from being bitten by mosquitoes and getting infected with dengue. And we are also encouraging people who have symptoms of dengue, that is a headache, withdrawal pain, body weakness, to report to their health centers or to report to their medical practitioner.
The manslaughter case regarding the death of Derek Samson continued in court today. To recall, 2 former police officers are accused in this case dating back to August 2021. More details with Julie Moustache.
It is the pathologist who continued to give evidence in court today. Since yesterday, he has been presenting the report of one of his pathologist colleagues who is no longer in Seychelles but conducted the autopsy on Derek Samson's body. According to allegations, Samson had spent the night in the Montfleury police station, and on the morning of August 15, 2021, he was released, half naked, without much force. That same morning, Samson reported to the Seychelles hospital, where he was later declared dead. Initially, 5 officers had been suspended in the case while investigations were underway, and 2 officers, Jacques Francis Chiran, a sergeant, and Alex Letouji, a constable, are now on trial for manslaughter. The doctor continued to go over the injuries based on the autopsy photos and the report itself. The defense lawyer questioned the doctor about the fact that the autopsy was done about 3 weeks after the death, and how can he know which injury occurred on August the 15th and which ones were from before. The doctor said that preferably an autopsy should be done as soon as possible after a death, but there are signs to see which injuries were 24 hours or more before the death and which injuries are more recent, within 24 hours.
32 young participants were awarded Gold Award certificates after successfully completing the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award program. The event at State House was attended by senior government officials and the recipients' families. The Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award encourages young people to develop skills, confidence, and resilience through a year-long commitment to voluntary service and personal projects. The Chief Executive Officer of the Seychelles National Youth Council speaks about the program in Seychelles.
Since re-inception in Seychelles in 1955, over 15,000 young people have taken part in this journey. Globally, more than 8 million have benefited, with thousands starting the award every single day. Today, we celebrate 32 young Seychellois who have achieved the Gold Award. By reaching this level, you've tested your limits, overcome challenges, and contributed meaningfully to your communities. With more than 50 hours of service in different projects, mentoring, volunteering, environmental work, fitness, and creative projects. Though your activities may differ, there is a powerful thread that binds you all together.
The Ministry of Finance says that by next year, Seychelles could be removed from the grey list of the European Union for countries not complying with tax information standards. This comes after France removed Seychelles from the blacklist last week. In a press conference this morning, the Director General for Financial Services Development, Odile Vidot, says that France's decision makes it easier for foreign companies to invest in Seychelles.
It shows that Seychelles is making very good progress, which is important at this point because we are currently going through a wider review on our exchange of information on request against the standards. This was launched in March and the report is due to be read in December of this year. And the conclusion of that report will be what will be considered for the purposes of the EU blacklist, which is due to be updated in February. So we're hoping that this positive step will also be reflected in our overall review on exchange of information on request and allow us to have a largely compliant rating. If we achieve this rating by December, then come February 2026, the expectation is that we will be off not just the France list, but off the EU list altogether.
And with this, we've reached the end of our news summary for now. More news, more details at 8 p.m. in the News Bulletin in Creole.